Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, today you join me from Ztrix in London, and we are going to be replacing a few things on the M4. Thank you to the guys at Masata for sending down a few pipes that I'm about to show you. These things are absolutely next level. Something that I think every M4, M3 owner should get for their car. But I'm going to show you through the car park before we go in, because we love getting nosy in car parks. Lovely set of BMWs here, ranging from an E92 shape all the way to a couple of BMWs. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. A CL63. I actually shot one of these on the channel many moons ago and absolutely loved it. I've been chatting to the guys that own this car, and this is a daily driver for its owner. And although it needs a few bits, he said, you know, you put it on camera, but it does need a few bits. So please tell everyone, it is a daily driver, and this has got to be, bang for your buck, one of the best AMG cars, in my opinion, that you can buy right now, because they're still relatively cheap for what they are. I reckon they're underrated. I reckon this might be a shout. Yes, it's going to be relatively expensive to keep on the road, but I think something like this is a shout. Something really cool for you guys to get sunk into in the comment section. But we'll go inside, have a look at the M4 and its new bits. Right, let's unbox this. So let's have a look what's in the packaging. We've got loads of bits. We've got some clamps. That's a good start. Very nice. We need them for it all. What have we got here? Let's just open this
one of
up.
your charge pipes.
Charge pipe. Look at that. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's like in
right in my basket.
Yeah, right in my basket. That's happening. This looks like it's sort of a crackle black. I hope people can see that. Sort of like crackle black paint on that. That's really cool. So this obviously goes in place with parts that we'll show you in a moment. So this is the other side. That one.
This is the rear one for the rear.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at the stamp on their core. Look at that. Yeah, they're going to do bits on this car, mainly because these need this, in my opinion. The ones that are on there from the factory aren't very good. So having something like this is a shout on the car. Pop that back in there. What else is in the box?
You got your J pipe.
J pipe. Look at that. Oh, it's a very nice bit of kit in there. Look at that. And again, in sort of like a crackle black sort of paint with just a nicer finish than factory.
Yeah.
So much nicer. So yeah, we're going to get all this on the car in a second. You said it's about 20 minutes, didn't you? That's what I heard.
Yep.
20 minutes to change over the piping on the M4. Let's make it happen. Right, bringing the pipes over to the car. And yeah, just to reiterate what we've just said, these two pipes here, these two are getting changed, as well as this one just down here. From factory, yes, they're okay, they're good, but getting better pipes, especially when you're running power, like this is running more power than factory, is obviously a good idea.
It's going to give you better flow. This is for the charge pipes.
Yep.
And the aluminium for two.
Yeah,
as opposed to these are standard plastic, which
so
over time deteriorate.
These are actually plastic all in here, which is just not what you want. This is, of course, aluminium is going to be stronger, a lot better. Let's be honest.
In the off chance you upgrade your turbos, they're pushing more boost, more likely.
I suppose from factory, this is running more boost now because it's got a stage 1 on it anyway. So something like this is needed, mainly because replacing plastic parts like these with proper metal aluminium ones that can take more pressure, more boost, is a good idea anyway. Having plastic in your engine bay, yes, it's fine, but of course if we're going to run more power on this thing like we are already, having more boost pressure going through the pipes means that the plastic ones aren't going to last as long, let's be quite honest. If this starts failing, I'm going to notice that straight away. So having something like this on the car is just a good shout. Yeah, starting off by actually taking all of the plastics off here, and going to be able to take this off here and actually pull all of this out. 20 minutes apparently, that's what I've heard. 20 minutes, that's what I've heard. This is something that I actually already had done on my RS3. I think there was plastic pipework on the top of the engine, if I remember correctly, and it already had hard piping in theory. Well, would you say it's something that everybody should do to their car? I reckon it is, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'd probably recommend replacing plastic parts with genuinely nice parts that can actually take a little bit more pressure and a little bit more boost, a little bit more heat, because no one wants plastic metal in their engine bay, do they? Let's be honest.
Not so much about it melting, it's the fact that it would split and then you get a boost leak or explode in some cases and take the sensors with it.
Absolutely no one needs that. So yeah, as you just saw, we actually took a bit of carbon fibre off the car. These are factory on M4s, M3s. It's actually a carbon brace in the engine bay, as you can see. Such a cool thing, and yeah, you have to actually take this off to get to pretty much anything in the engine bay. This has been off before when we did a few things prior to me actually bringing it here. But yeah, really cool that this actually comes as a factory carbon fibre brace in the engine bay of the M4 and I think an M3. I am correct in thinking M3 is, yes, I am correct, just not so I'm not lying on the internet, you know. But M3s as well as M4s do actually come with this. When you said this was 20 minutes, I thought you were sort of joking. Actually already been here, what, 3-4 minutes? Everything's already out of the car. So much so, I didn't even get the secondary pipe coming out because it came out straight away. So yeah, both pipes are already out of the car. As you can see, pipes coming down here, pipes coming here. Very, very easy to actually get in and out, but I would, of course, you know, use a professional to do this. I wouldn't do this, I would break it. This actually comes with everything you need as well, doesn't it? So we've got more piping, we've got all of the fixtures and fittings needed. Blanking plate little bits as well?
It's for meth.
For meth. So oh, very nice. Oh, so you can actually run meth with these, which is interesting. I'm assuming the factory parts don't allow that, obviously.
Yeah, because they're plastic.
Okay, so you could actually run some quite serious power in this car if you really wanted to, because right here, we're actually blanking them out because of course I don't have meth in this car, but you can actually run meth. So something to point out actually, if you are after something to hybrid turbo meth, which is what you would go with if you were to get more power out of an M4, these would be probably your first port of call to actually get.
First thing you do.
Oh yes, the first thing you do, mainly because then you can actually run your port injections, I suppose, into actually the top bits in here very, very easily.
You're literally future-proofing a bit.
Yeah.
As well, so.
I must admit that's the whole idea, is sort of in this realm of stuff, is future-proofing, especially when you've got a car that's running power, making sure that it's, you know, if it's running boost as well, more boost than it should, having something like this, especially when they look this good. I mean, ooh. I'll just pick the original part up and actually show you guys a comparison, because as you can see, the original part is actually completely different shaped in theory because it bottlenecks right here. Now the parts we're actually putting on today don't do that. They're a complete same size going all the way round, rather than, as you can see, this actually flattens off at the top, whereas these don't do that. They actually work seamlessly the whole way, obviously to give better airflow more than anything, I suppose, and to actually give just a freer flow with these parts. Obviously, as you can see right here, there's a huge difference between the factory part and of course the aftermarket part we're putting on today. I must admit, we didn't film as much getting this J-pipe in and out because it was a nightmare. We did have a discussion prior and he was like, oh, J-pipe's quite hard. And yeah, if you ever do that on one of these engines on an M4, this to get in here is a bit of a nightmare. You have to have small delicate fingers to actually get in and out of there. You have to pull all this up to actually get that in there. But once it's done, you can't quite see it, but the piping is actually in there, ready to go. We'll tighten this side up. And yeah, I think we should be all good. But yeah, that was it a nightmare, mate? Would you say that was a nightmare? I mean, blood was drawn. It wouldn't be a doubt if blood wasn't drawn on a car build, eh?